I'm Leanna Hawkins, and we are at the 2023 Future of Dealmaking Summit. I am joined today by Joele Frank. She is managing partner at Joele Frank, Wilkinson, Brinmer, and Katcher. Welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Yes, and we're so honored to have you here today. You're receiving an incredible award. And we like to recognize a lot of people with their excellence in deal making and mergers and acquisitions. And we're happy to have you here. I would love to hear your insights about what you think makes someone qualified or some of the attributes that they could gain to be excellent in the space.
Well, you know, what's very interesting is I started as a biochemist. And I've had 3 careers. This is my favorite career, but it is my 3rd career. So I was a biochemist, then I was a financial analyst, and then I ended up in PR because my last job as a financial analyst was in investor relations. Mm-hmm. And I found out you could do it on the street for an agency, and we found out that there were seats at the table, or we had to climb to the table to do the communications for M&A. And M&A is the best fun you can have. It is just the best fun you can have. And what's good at it is if you can have the judgment, the perspective, and add to the storyline and be part of a team. I think M&A is a team sport.
Mm-hmm. And what are some of the attributes that you've gained in your career, many careers I would say, that makes you excellent and your team excellent in M&A? And what can people learn that are maybe new to the space through those experiences?
Well, I've always been known to be incredibly blunt. I mean, my last name being Frank has been kind of helpful, but I mean, I'm pretty blunt about what I do. And there's an aspect of PR that is, if you don't tell it the way it is, who's going to tell it? Mm-hmm. And so often, there's two phases to the M&A. There's the prep, and then there's the presentation. And in the prep, we have to understand where the downfalls are, where people are going to make mistakes, and what's at risk to not have it go well. And if we can help the clients figure out the best way to tell the story, then we've really succeeded at our job.
Absolutely. And so a team of M&A advisors typically constitutes the bankers, the lawyers, PR, of course, and sometimes proxy solicitors. So what is the benefit of having this blended experience within you and your team?
Well, I mean, I always say it's a team sport. I just said that M&A is a team sport. I never know, or we all as a group never know where the great idea is going to come from. Sometimes it actually comes from an assistant somewhere, but everybody has a different level of things. And if you think about what's going on from a board's perspective, because often we're dealing with boards of directors, they can't really comment on the legal side of things. The lawyers have specific details to comment on. The bankers, well, they are the finance guys, and the boards can't really comment on what they do either. PR, they comment on. And proxy soliciting, that's counting the votes if we're in a proxy fight or moving ahead for whether or not does it win me a vote or lose me a vote in an activist situation. But I think the team, it really, the better the team, the more together the team is, not siloed, the better a deal will go forward, no matter what it is. And everybody, we don't have to play our roles. We actually, I cross lines all the time, but everybody comments on the PR, so we have to be able to be accepting.
Yeah, well, you have to be the excellence of communication that brings the team together.
Well, sometimes we're also the person that says, no, that's not a good idea, or that is a good idea. And we don't really, as I said, we don't really know sometimes when you're dealing with an unusual situation. M&A is not rote. Every deal has its own foibles to it, and you have to be able to figure it out and how to make it the best.
Well, thank you so much for your insights. Congratulations again on your Lifetime Achievement Award. We're lucky to have you here and have your insights today on M&A TV.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Joele.